Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 324, and we are here in a parking lot in a very rainy, stormy day here in Southwest Florida. Just about everything I've tried to do has gotten a little bit delayed this morning. Horrible traffic. Horrible rainstorms, almost had to stop the car because the rain was coming down so hard where I was driving. So glad to be here finally. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Good morning, Sherry and Grace and Julie. Thanks for joining live. Glad to have you here. Hi, DJ. Hi, Joe. DJ says it's raining where she's at too. Good morning, Ava. Thanks for joining live, everybody. Hi, Mar. See, where am I? All right, I'm good. Hi, Millie. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Chantel. Thanks for joining live this morning. Hi, Beatrice. I am in the home stretch of my second rectangular panel on this project. Hi, Edna. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Connie. Hi, Samantha. So glad you all could be here this morning. Sorry it's not a prettier view. We are helping a friend in Fort Myers this morning and had ridiculous traffic and accidents on the road, and even it was really slow going driving because the roads were so bad and the visibility was horrible too. Good morning, Melissa. Thanks for joining live. So just glad we made it. And thank goodness I brought lots of work with me in the car. So this morning I will be hopefully finishing up this rectangle and put it back in my bag to block them before I figure out assembly and everything else for this project. And what I brought to work on next is some graph paper. I'll show you, I like to buy these plain notebooks of graph paper because I will be drawing out some of the designs in my head onto paper for some tapestry crochet projects. We're going to delve a little deeper into tapestry crochet next time and do some projects in single crochet and with more than 2 colors. So I'm going to try to organize them based on not experience level, based on skill level. So there'll be a couple that are only 2 colors or 3 colors, and then there'll be a couple that will be more than that. And I think I'm going to put the whole project together as an ebook because I have a lot of these ideas in my head. And I think once I explain to you how to make each of the projects, then it's just going to be about picking the graph of the color work and applying it to the pattern. So I think what I might do is do a one hat, 1 cowl, 1 bag, but then give you the graphs to choose to do any of those projects with, say, 10 or 12 different types of patterns. Does that make sense? Belle loved the first Shangri-La project. Well, good, I'm so glad. So I'm thinking as an ebook, you'll get 3 basic patterns, a bag, a hat, and a cowl. So all 3 projects that will be done in the round. And then from there, you'll have maybe 10 or 12 graphs to choose from for making it whatever pattern you like, whatever color work pattern. There's a whole bunch of side conversations going on. I'll wait a second and see if anybody has interest in that. Yeah, Beatrice, that's how you pixelate art, exactly. So when artwork generally isn't pixelated, especially not hand-drawn art. So to translate my hand-drawn art to a pixelated format so that it'll apply to rounds of single crochet, I have to convert curved lines and curved hand-drawn artwork into pixelated art, which is why I'm going to try to transfer them onto the charts, onto the graph paper. Somebody's working on one of the layers crochet patterns. Wonderful, I'm so glad. Good morning, Kim. Thanks for joining live. Oh, for those of you who are interested, the earrings I'm wearing today, this is the fine chandelier earring, free pattern with chart and video on my website. Also would be a fabulous project for adding beads. And if you see all the different chain 3 spaces, you could put a bead in the center of each of those chain 3 spaces, or you could put 3 beads in any of them. So in each of the chains of these chain 3 spaces, you could put a bead in all 3, or you could put a bead in the center one. I think these would be a really gorgeous example of a pattern that could be easily converted to a beaded pattern. And through some of the videos that I've been sharing recently, showing you how easy it is to add beads, I think you could apply what you've learned, like for example in the Leah Crochet Capelet Part 1, I showed you how to add beads in a chain space. You could apply that to the fine chandelier earrings. Be a really beautiful project. Good morning, Steve. Thanks for joining live. We are in a very rainy parking lot this morning. Hi, Karen. I don't think I said hi to you this morning. Good morning. What yarn is this? Ava wants to know. This is Be So Soulful yarn. It is my sock yarn, and you can find it on my website. Am I done doing prizes for the crochet along? No, not done with the prizes yet, Sherry. This is colorway Pink and Coral in Be So Soulful sock yarn, and you can find that on my website. Yes, it's been a busy morning. I don't know if you mean you or me, Karen, but I'm guessing both. Thanks, Ava. I love this colorway. It's so beautiful. So you can shop for this now. One ball will make a pair of socks, or one ball will make, I'll show you. This is how far I got with one ball of yarn so far. So if you wanted to make a lace scarf, each of these, if you did this as one piece, would be plenty for a scarf. So one ball of the sock yarn would make a beautiful lace scarf, or it would make a pair of socks. And I'm probably going to be dipping into 2 balls because I'm making a type of a garment out of mine. Can't decide if it's going to be a vest or a poncho. I'm going to let it speak to me as I put it together. That's one of the ways I like to design. It's funny, I get asked all the time what my processes are. Kim wants to know if I teach any one-to-one classes. I don't do a whole lot of teaching private classes right now. I've done a lot of teaching over the years. It's just, I think I'm more focused on teaching to larger audiences right now, like with my YouTube channel, and looking into doing retreats. But not to say that I couldn't do private lessons, it's just not something I've been doing lately. But I'm getting ready to end. This one's almost done, yeah. I'm going to have to double check the number of rows. I might have to dip into the second ball to finish this one. I missed Joanna's question, so thanks for answering, Karen. Somebody mentioned that taking hand-drawn artwork and converting it to pixelated drawings is a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of work, but then what isn't? And that's okay. I like things that are a lot of work. I have, you know what, I am gifted with the patience to enjoy things that are a lot of work, and there's something so therapeutic and soothing to me that when you have a vision and a passion to see something come to life and it's going to just take a lot of work to do it, it doesn't bother me at all. How long did it take me to make the first half? I mean, how long it takes you to make a rectangle is very subjective. I started on this week, but as you know, I work full-time in knitting and crocheting, so I actually work really fast. I would imagine that this is at least 25 hours, no, at least 20 hours to make these 2 rectangles. Is that what you mean? Is there a new written patent for the... Well, Sherry, I think you saw on Facebook last night that there is an update for it, and that's why I did a part 2 video last night. How much longer when she's... oh, another side conversation. Sherry, if you would like to email me, I would be more than happy to send you any update. The video on part 2 came out last night, which should be able to help everybody with the row 10 and row 14 questions they had. Good morning, Linda. Oh, good, Sherry. Yeah, if you have any more questions, please feel welcome to email me. I don't know what you're asking about, Ava. Maybe you're asking about how to be a designer. Not sure. Have you ever gotten tired of... Oh, Steve, I put stuff down all the time. Yes, I love having multiple projects going on at one time because it gives me the ability to set one down when I'm not feeling especially motivated or especially inspired to be creative about it. So I like to say I put it on the back burner, and I think that it's really important to not put pressure on yourself when you're feeling less motivated about one project or another. It's when we put that pressure on ourselves that I think the creativity even diminishes more. So anything you can do to take the pressure off yourself and just keep moving forward is important. So having multiple projects going on at one time is one of the ways that I have the ability to stay positive about creativity without worrying about which project I'm being creative on. Hopefully that makes sense. Somebody suggested to Ava to write down her ideas. That is a great idea, absolutely. When you're beginning to, in fact, I don't really think it matters at what point in your creativity journey, or if you're going to be a designer in your designer journey. I don't care what level you're at or what point you're at, writing stuff down is always important. Thanks, Karen, for answering another question for me. Lots of people here today. So glad to see everybody, and really just can't answer all the questions all at once. So thank you, Karen, for helping answer some questions. And if I don't get to any of your questions today, whether you watch live or the recorded version, please always feel welcome to leave your questions in the recorded comments, and I make a point to answer those questions throughout the day. I'll wait and see what I've missed now. There's a lot of comments and questions coming through. Yep, I'm in Fort Myers today. That is correct. Helping out a friend out this way. RLK, I believe, likes my blouse. Thank you. I went to Marshall's last night and walked around the clearance section, and this is one of the things that I found, and it's got little birds on it, and it's a random pattern with little tiny blue birds off mixed in with a whole bunch of black birds on a white background, and it's a woven cotton fabric, and I just thought it looked so whimsical and fun and a little bit funny that I couldn't resist. It was like $13. There's something, I don't know, there's something about clearance at stores like that that I love to pick around once in a while, and I was in the mood to pick around last night. So I got a couple of new shirts. A couple of them I was thinking in terms of styling with pieces from the new layers projects in the book. Thanks, Joe. It is a fun top. Yeah, and I have a newfound love and appreciation for birds. So those of you who have heard me talk about it in the past know that I have not liked birds most of my life because I was attacked by them so many times in my lifetime. Attacked badly, actually. I've been attacked 3 times by birds, once really badly, once medium bad, and once not so bad. So it wasn't until doing the podcast on the beach that I found a way to love birds again. And so now I love birds again from a distance, mind you. Still don't want any of them attacking me. So when I saw this blouse last night, I thought that it reminded me of my newfound love and appreciation of birds. And I thought, you know what? I should pick that up so I get a reminder on the days that I wear it that I like birds now. I know I put way too much thought into them. I don't know if it's too much, but I put a lot of thought into everything I say and do. Maybe not so much into what I say, I really think I speak from the cuff or from the hip more than I should, but I do put a lot of thought into what I say, or I do. Thanks, Joanna. Someone was mentioning that it might look good with my new cowls. I have them with me, actually. Yeah, I think it would look super cute. I'll try it on. Yep, I have my jean jacket with me too. I think the blouse, the cowl, and the jean jacket would be super cute. It's not supposed to get cold till later today, so that might be a good idea. Yeah, Karen brings up another great point about becoming a designer, and I think being creative in general, this is going to apply too. Everybody is creative differently, and just like I say all of the time, there's no wrong way to be creative, and there's no wrong way to figure out how to be a designer either. So there are absolutely different ways to do everything, but I think the one piece of advice that I was giving Ava today that I think would probably be something that most creatives will agree with is write stuff down. Keeping it all in your head all the time, it really, really helps to get that stuff down on paper. But try not to compare yourself to others. I guess that's another good tip. I try really hard to not pay attention to what other designers or other creatives are doing. I really try to stay away from that. I don't buy knitting and crochet books. I don't buy knitting and crochet magazines. I find that it's way more organic for me to not know what other people are doing. Yeah, some ideas work and some don't. We talked about this the other day too. When you're being creative, it's an experimentation process, and some things aren't going to work out, and it's really important to not get upset with yourself when things don't work out. The less pressure you put on yourself, the more creative you can be. So the more disappointed you feel in yourself, whether you made a mistake or something didn't work out, I think that eats away at your creativity. So anything you can do to not beat yourself up will allow your creativity to flourish. And just the more you experiment and the more you create, the more creative you feel and the more creative you can be. Yeah, there's a lot of experimenting. Thanks, Joanna. I'm excited for the new tapestry crochet ideas too. And I think they'll apply to knitting as well if you wanted to do stranded color work. Yeah, Linda, not comparing yourself to somebody else. Absolutely. And that also reminds me of that. There's a saying about social media about not comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. I feel like in the years that we've had social media now, I think it's really difficult to remember that you're seeing someone's highlight reel when you're watching somebody online, and their real life is not what you see on there. And so to compare your real life to someone's highlight reel is very destructive and something to constantly remind yourself about, that it's not their real life, right? Now, there's different aspects to that. I mean, some people show more of their real life online. Some people are more transparent and authentic than others. And in some cases, I think you are seeing real life. But for the most part, you're not. So anytime you get caught up in that, it's just if you can remind yourself that you're not, that it's, I'm distracted by comments. Sorry. Okay, someone's leaving. Bye, Chris. Have a great day. Oh, thanks, Dina. Dina's really happy with her yarn purchases from me. Wonderful. Yay. I'm so happy to hear that. Wonderful. Can you hear the rain on the car? You know, I was thinking as I was driving here this morning, you know what's going to be amazing is doing Zen videos from my patio when it's raining outside. I love sitting outside under a covered porch when it rains outside And I think doing some Create Zen with Kristin videos where we can craft together and listen to that tropical rain is going to be so awesome. Reminds me of the times when I've talked about the different cassette tapes that I had as a kid. I told you that I had the wave one, which we get when I do the sunset videos. Then I told you I had a tropical rainstorm. We're gonna get those when I do the videos in the rain on, and then I think that doing the fire pit one's going to be great too, because I love the sound of the fire and just watching fire. The birds are going to be amazing. I'm so glad that you guys could hear the birds yesterday. You know, I don't always know what the camera or the phone camera is going to pick up. Sometimes it picks up too much sound, sometimes it doesn't pick up enough. So now I've got three different, was that 3 or 4? In the Zen videos, we're going to have waves for one nature sound. We're going to have rain. We're going to have birds. We're going to have fire pit. Hey, that's 4 so far. That's going to be great. That's going to work. Yeah, so if I can alternate all of those, I think it's going to be really fun to do different nature videos. Oh yeah, Beatrice, I like walking in the rain when it's warm too, which I get to do in the summertime here. But you have to be really careful here when doing that in the summer, because you have to make sure it's a day that it's raining but not thunderstorming, because then it's very dangerous to be out in the rain. But when it's not, I love walking on the beach in the rain too, as long as there's no thunder and lightning. Let's see, what else were we going to talk about today? I don't know. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to start drawing, and I'm so excited to start drawing. I've got all these ideas in my head, and I'm so worried that if I don't get them down on paper, I'm going to forget them, which is why I was so adamant about my advice to Ava earlier about how important it is to me personally to get stuff down on paper. It's one of the reasons why I love my Create, Share, Inspire journal so much too. Not only do I use them for gratitude journaling, but I also use them for creativity journaling and write my ideas down. It's so helpful to see them on paper and get them organized, especially when I'm writing books, to start forming an organizational pattern to it. Really, really helpful. Hi, Amarita. Thanks for joining live. Yeah, it's definitely a more organized way of doing things. Hi, Healing Springs. Thanks for joining live. Yeah, Ava, drawing and writing down will help you a lot. Definitely. Yeah, Karen, there's just too many ideas swirling around in our brains and too much of regular life going on, where if you don't write stuff down, it's very easy to forget it. I agree, Karen. I don't know if that has to do with our modern day and how much we multitask, but I feel like I forget things a lot more easily now than I did when I was younger. Maybe it's just an age thing. Who knows? It's either an age thing, a multitasking thing, or all the above. I don't think Healing Springs has been here live in a while. She usually watches in the recorded version, and we chat in the recorded comments throughout the day. So must be because we're a little later today. But those of you that watch the recorded version because you can't make it to the live, please always feel welcome to chat with me in the comments, because I make a point to make everyone feel special and like they can be a part of the podcast by replying to all those comments throughout the day. I think it's important. Cindy, I agree. When I became pregnant, what was that, 17 years ago, I started getting forgetful then, and I feel like that's when it changed for me. I agree. There were things that changed in pregnancy that never came back after pregnancy. You're not the only one, Cindy. I feel the same way. Including baby weight. Oh, Linda, I agree. Yes, the birds chirping was so special yesterday. Definitely going to keep that in mind for some of the Zen videos. Absolutely. Thanks for your feedback. I couldn't believe how well that translated to video yesterday. I was really surprised to see how many people could hear the birds and really enjoyed it. So yes, definitely going to do that for Zen videos. Yes, I suppose that's it too, Barbara. Having a family and kids makes a big difference. You're right. There's a lot more distractions then. Well, I see other people having memory issues too, which I gotta tell you, another reason to write stuff down. It is so much more helpful to me to have things written down. Let's see, do I have my journal with me today? I should. Yep. Yep, Create, Share, Inspire journals. These help me so much. I write down my ideas. I write down what I'm grateful for. And because I don't date them, I'll show you on here. They're specifically not dated at the top. And the reason I do that is because there are some days I need multiple pages, or there's some days where I need more than one type of journaling. Like if I feel like I really want to get deep in gratitude journaling, it could take up a whole page. And then if I have some creative ideas, I need a separate page. So that's one of the reasons why I designed these books the way I did, without dates written up there, so that you can add as many days as you need for a given day. So if you want more information on these, there will be a link in the video below. There's a link to all my different products every day. So if you ever have questions on where to find things, please always feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments, because I do reply to them throughout the day. But we're almost out of time, so I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I know it wasn't very nature-y today, but it was still fun chatting with you. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.